Our story begins in the town of Foleyville. 53 people lived in Foleyville, and 52 of them loved it. They loved the weather. It never snowed, but there was always snow on the ground. They loved to ice skate. They loved Main Street. They loved the flower shop and the gift shop, the coffee shop, and the antiques shop. They especially loved the toy shop. There were no stores in Foleyville, just shops. You couldn't buy anything. Everything was free. A long time ago, the founders of Foleyville asked Frosty the Snowman to make a deal with Santa. If they agreed to spend 11 months out of the year all boxed up and resting, every December 1st, they would get taken out and brought to life for 1 month, right on Nadia Yeloff's kitchen table. Nadia Yeloff is a 6-year-old girl who made her own deal with Santa. She heard rumors of Santa having to sell the North Pole.
Santa, please don't ever cancel Christmas. If you need a place to work, you can always use my Christmas village.
Nadia had no idea that Santa actually took her up on her offer. Santa always wanted a more centralized location than the North Pole, and in 2010 started using Nadia Yeloff's Christmas Village to make all his presents. The residents of Foleyville worked 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, from December 1st to December 24th, making all the presents for all the boys and girls all across the world. I could tell you what they did from December 25th to the 31st, but that is a whole other story. One day, Chester Kringleblocker, the manager of the toy shop and the only resident of Foleyville who didn't love it, gathered all the townspeople in front of the toy shop.
Look, people, we got 30 days down here. Well, I see I could do a lot better making birthday presents rather than Christmas presents. So I'll be shutting down the store on the 22nd this year. You know, a little vacation. Sorry for the inconvenience.
The townspeople did not know what to do. If the toy shop didn't stay open until the 24th, not all of the children would get their toys for Christmas. Avery Manzel didn't know what to do, but she knew who would. Avery was a 6-year-old who had heard all of the stories about Foleyville, and most of them from Mr. Pele, the town snow shoveler. Avery needed to ask Mr. Pele what she could do to save the town. She knew just where to find him.
Mr. Pella, what can we do? Mr. Kringleblocker is going to ruin Christmas.
Only one thing you can do, Avery. You've got to get a note to Nadia.
A note to Nadia? How? It would be way too small.
You have to go to the edge of the town and toss the letter over. Once it hits the carpet, it will become full size and Nadia will see it.
The edge was the most dangerous place in all of Foleyville. All of the townspeople gathered to watch brave Avery as she threw her letter. It worked. As soon as Avery's little note hit the carpet, it became full size. Nadia found and read the note immediately and told her cousin, Tony DeMarco Bryant, or as everyone called him, TD for short. TD was visiting from Dallas for the holidays.
Wait, so you found a piece of paper on the ground, now you have to save Christmas? Sounds reasonable. I'll be watching the game.
Nadia didn't care what TD thought. She and her trusty kitten Snip started making a shrinking machine so that they could get to Foleyville and save Christmas. When TD saw the shrinking machine, he couldn't believe it.
Wait a second. This thing actually works?
Only one way to find out, cousin. See you in Foleyville.
Nadia and Snip got in first, and they disappeared. TD grabbed his football, got in, and the same thing happened. They both ended up right in front of the church, Avery was waiting there for them.
Chester Kringleblocker is going to close the toy shop and warn Christmas. What can we do?
She told Nadia and TD about Chester Kringleblocker's plan to ruin Christmas, and they could not believe it.
Let's get all the people in town and open the toy shop ourselves.
So all the townspeople gathered together and walked to the toy shop. The problem was, Chester had thought of that. He had already built 4 giant nutcrackers to make sure the shop would not be opened.
One, everybody!
Quick, everybody hide. We'll come up with a plan.
The nutcrackers could not be stopped. They were scaring everyone and destroying the town. Chester Kringleblocker was laughing the whole time and hiding behind his giant creations with the toy shop key. TD had a great idea. He threw his football as hard as he could and hit a nutcracker right in the head. The nutcracker fell down and could not get back up. Another nutcracker threw the ball back, but TD caught it.
Maybe you should take a seat on the bench.
TD hit another, and Nadia and Snip knocked down one more. They chased Chester and his final nutcracker back to the toy shop. There, in front of the toy shop, TD and Nadia defeated the last of the nutcrackers.
We've got the keys that belong to you.
Now you have 2 choices of what you can do.
It's not a tough decision as you can see.
You can go away forever or work at the bakery.
And with that, Mr. Kringleblocker agreed to quit as manager of the toy shop and take a job in the bakery. Every year, Chester spends from December 1st to December 24th making as many pecan, pumpkin, and apple pies as possible. He makes sugar cookies and gingerbread men as fast as he can. But from December 25th to December 31st, he makes as many birthday cakes as he can so that no child ever has to go without one. Nadia and TD loved Foleyville, but knew they had to get back to full size so they could celebrate Christmas with their family.
Thank you, Nadia and TD. You saved Christmas. Now just jump off the edge and you will land in your bed.
All the townspeople gathered and watched as Nadia and TD jumped off the edge of town. They did land in their beds that night, just like they do every single Christmas Eve, thanks to some hard work from some small people. Merry Christmas.